Testing. I have turned on the sound. All right. Can you hear the game? Oh, there's a thing. That's nice. Maybe that's why there's an app for this. Noise. Okay. I'm gonna turn off my thing. Yeah, there's no anti-call button. There's no hang-up button. You're stuck now. What you gonna do about it, huh? What you gonna do? You're gonna take my phone. Of course you are. Danny, I'm a little bit sorry to disappoint you, but you're a little young to be a moderator. So if you can hear anything in the background, there is a TV going, but it shouldn't interfere. So I'm playing Banished. Oh boy. I've been playing this for a little bit. A few things I've learned about Banished that I would like to share. I'm going to try a few things. So there will be failures. Oh. It's not like I haven't killed people in games. Also, I'm pregnant, so if I have like a lot of emotions, I do apologize for that because I've been a little bit hormonal, as it were. But it's okay. This is my son. He is super cute. Also super wiggly sometimes. He should be in bed, but I don't know why he's not. Hey, you can fight all you want. You can try. Okay, we're gonna rename our new town. We should call it... I don't know what's a good name in this hour. Let's call it... I don't know. It seems like it's just Jenny and I in the chat right now. Or even just watching. So, what do you want to call it? What do you want to call it? What do you want to call it? You just want to flail at it? That's okay. We'll flail at the screen until the name comes to us. Deniopolis, huh? Let's see if I could type with one hand. Deniopolis. So, Danny, if anything goes wrong, I'm not to blame. It's your town, Danny. It's your life. It's your world. We'll do a seed of... She's lucky number 37. I should... Yeah, give me a second since it's just us. Gotta let people know that, like, love me, that I'm actually streaming and not sitting on my butt. There we go. Daniopolis 37. We're gonna have valleys, because I'm really not great at this game yet. We're gonna do terrain size large. The climate we're gonna change to fair. Alright. Then disasters off, because I'm a little bit of a wuss. I'm gonna do it on hard, because I find that oddly to be interestingly easier. So I have never done fair for the climate. It's just something that I haven't tried yet. I'm kind of like a little bit of a wuss. So take a look here. But we can wait since it's just Jennifer and I, right, Jenny? Right, Jenny. Love me. Okay. Do you want to clap? Can you clap? Yeah! Can't resist. Stop clapping. Now you want to give me a high five? Ah, thank you. I look it up. Occasionally, sometimes I don't. Don't touch me! Okay, so this little... Oh, yeah, last time. Okay, so I found a cool, stupid, really cheaty way to hold my phone, because, well, unless it goes off and it vibrates, I'm dead, so... Sideways? Not on Twitch, but it's okay. I can read sideways. We're good. I can read sideways, everyone. It's like a new skill. Ooh. Okay, so if I have to like randomly do stuff, it's because of him, or it's because I'm like suddenly starving. You want that? Out of all the things that I give you every day, you want that? Why do you want that? Why do you want this? Can you give me a high five? Yeah. What? Never heard of Banished? It is so, well, frustrating. But I enjoy it. But then again, if you're into management and micromanaging, it's a really good game for you. It's a little more intense than any kind of like free game, but it is enjoyable. I like it. Sorry if I don't have enough energy to be broadcasting. It's been a long day. We ran a lot of errands and stuff. And there's a baby in a onesie. You are so interested in my phone. Fine. So, Jennifer, message me if anything looks weird or goes wrong, because my son's about to eat my phone. Thank you. And it's on, so I'll hear it. Oh. It's okay. Also, if you could keep an eye on my viewers, that'd be awesome too. Danny, no! Danny, no! Danny, no! Actually, can you open this up for me for a sec? I'd like to see if I get anybody else. Not just one. What? I don't have two. Wait, unless you're talking about Stevie. What? I'm just kidding. But anyway. Excuse me. Still waiting a little bit. Just started the stream. The only other person I'm waiting on is probably Kazi or Lux. So, we'll see what happens. What are you doing on YouTube? Stop trying to tell people what you're doing. And also don't comment with my name on it. It's going to be really difficult to explain. But anyway, I'll start maybe like 5 or so. I swear I'll get to work eventually. You know, just chillax. If you want to go grab a snack, grab a snack. I'm really one of those live wire people that, you know, just keep going with energy, so... Sarcasm, of course. Oh man, I've got a second viewer. Hello. This is my son. He's really sweet. He's also a turd. Waiting a little bit before we start. This is Deniopolis, map C37. Terrain type valleys, terrain size large. Would you like to go down to pick up my phone you dropped to the floor? I'm gonna do climate fair, disasters off, starting conditions hard. It's okay. Don't worry. It's okay. I don't know actually where you put my phone. You just like threw it. Thanks, Danny. For throwing my things. I always appreciate it. Let me tell you. Here you go. Oh, okay. So, I always appreciate that. We're gonna go ahead and start because I do have 2 viewers and I got more than 1. Yay. Okay. And do you have to play my Pandora? Stop that. Go get it. Go fetch. It's there. Go get it. I'm gonna play my music. You know. Okay, we're starting now. Sorry about that. I'm trusting YamiJitty87 to handle any questions in chat. Because like I said, I don't have a second monitor yet. I didn't pull up my laptop. Didn't really have time. So, yeah. I apologize. It's okay. So I'm gonna try to do something that's somewhat entertaining. I'm not good at entertainment stuff, so not this late. Also, I'm not insulted people kind of tune me out. Perfectly fine, perfectly normal. Totally okay. Background music, background things are fine. Just want to throw me on and throw me somewhere else. Cool. Alright, so we're gonna pause. I don't plan on playing a single speed the whole time, because I'm just not one of those players that can do that. I will go between fast and slow, because when things are being built, I typically like to play faster while waiting for it to get done. This is a really nice seed if I remember. Ooh. So 37 is actually a pretty good one. I did it once just because it's interesting, but under different conditions. I think I did it on easy. So, it's a bit different. We got a really good layout here, because we want to put a trade area. This is the main river, obviously. Bring up your map here. So your main trade routes, if you want to do trading, will come down the main river that goes from the top to the bottom. Sometimes the side, but most of the time it's going to be vertical. So you can just usually follow this down, and since our starting point is right next to the river, and we have a large lake, we can actually get a lot of good food processes going here. So, I've really did a lot of mistakes, learned from those mistakes, but I've never done the fair weather for this on hard. Like I said earlier, I do like hard. It's a lot nicer, in my opinion. It looks like if we wanted to go up this way, we do have another lake, but I don't know if we'll be accessing it. I like to, get a town started and see how far it'll go. I once made a town that was almost successful a long time ago on easy, and the town lost hope because I didn't build any extra houses. Oh, before we begin, I do have a few mods installed. Let me show them to you, just because, I'm a little bit of a cheater, I guess. It's not like I'm being like, oh, well, hey, here's something to solve all my problems. No, there's still problems. So I'm going to have Advanced Blacksmith, which will allow me to produce charcoal or coal from logs. I'm going to have Better Fields, which allows for more efficiency in farms. Fortunately, on hard, we don't get any seeds to begin with. So the only way we can get seeds is if we trade. But pastures are better, orchards, fields. It's a lot easier and a lot more realistic to me because I have a few friends that are farmers. So yes, bad things happen, but it's a little bit better. Faster roads. These people walk straight down dirt roads as if they're probably walking on stone. Little chapel gives you the same thing as a big chapel, but it makes it smaller and kind of takes down the number of people allowed the chapel. No coal in houses. So coal I strictly use for building tools for the blacksmith. I don't like the idea of using the coal I make because I'm using up logs, so they could just use more firewood. It kind of slows down efficiency on building. Busy laborers, if you've ever played Banished, you know how annoying they are with their production. They don't do it well. They tend to wander off and freeze to death, and I have a lot of gripes about it. But it'll be okay. I don't really need mountainless mines. The ones I have installed are kind of in this light color. I think it's installed anyway. I don't use mines anymore, really. So I don't really need to disable. I don't want to restart. I do have little, colorful 2-floor little houses, which allow you to have one house on top of another, which means you can kind of stack your families, just like you do in a grave. That's not a good joke. It's terrible. But you could just stack them, but only once. Extra leather, produce more leather than any other. Well, you would just produce more leather if you have a hunting lodge. I don't think it matters for hunting lodges. I think it matters for cattle. But we don't have cattle. We don't have any kind of livestock. Because I'm playing on hard, so no livestock, no seeds, none of that fun stuff. More iron ore per lump. It's just more efficient than trying to build a mine or a quarry. I guess the same thing with more stone per rock, which is where the quarry would fit in. More wood per tree, more efficient. So it just increases a few more things. Just easier for me because, like I said, I'm not that great at video games. Rocks respawn. Interestingly enough, there's a mod where you can have rocks respawn. You don't have to like go and try to mine out and get everything like from everywhere. 1 year is 1 year. I added this mod on a while ago. Let me turn this down. It's giving me a headache. Hopefully y'all can still see me. There. It's a little bit dimmer. You don't really see my ugly face anyway. It's late. 1 year is 1 year. So citizens age by the year, not by every season or so. It's a little bit easier for me because, like I said, I didn't build houses once, and that was to my detriment. So it slows down time so that you can kind of take your time doing stuff. You don't have to worry about, you know, pushing couples together and smushing them and being like, okay, go make babies and stuff. They'll just take their time like we do in real life. It seems more realistic to me anyway. Because, you know, it just seems weird that you just smush them together and be like, go make children now. Tree growth in life. Interesting. I didn't really actually read this one. So, trees last longer, even if they're not cut. Okay, so those are the mods I have installed. I apologize if you do not agree with them. That's fine. It's for my gameplay, not yours. But if you enjoy watching it, cool. Alright, so we're starting off with 14 homeless people who got kicked out of a land. Sounds like an interesting D&D campaign. We have 8 adults and 6 children. So, we're going to give them something to do. So the initial things to worry about in this game are going to be firewood and food. So approximately from the numbers I've researched from other Let's Players, like I watched some of Roomba play and I really like his playstyle and pretty easygoing guy, is that each citizen or each, I guess, human being in your settlement, if you want them to be citizens, will consume about 100 food per year, and I think they eat about 15 foods per season. Like at the beginning of the season is when everyone just has a big feast, and then they go off and pretend like they're, I don't know, amazing. Hi, Danny. My child's in the background. It's so cute. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and set up. I'm sorry if I do the scrolling and I'm too dizzy. It's just a habit of mine. I'm a little fidgety. Do you mind? What you want? You wanna? Why don't you go make me a sandwich? That would be great, Danny. So, first thing we're gonna install is we're gonna install an anti-baby field for the child that's eventually gonna cry at me. Thank you, Danny. Leave it, Danny. Leave it, Danny. Leave it. No fun things for you. No. No. Don't sass me. No. Too many things on my desk. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and plop this one down right about here. We're gonna shift it, or not shift it, but rotate it where it's kind of facing over there. I'm gonna get rid of it. I just forget where I put stuff, so I'm sorry for the multiple clicks. And we're gonna go ahead and get that going. They can be homeless for a little bit, like, they'll be okay. They have some deaths here and there. The hardest part for me in the beginning was placement. Like, I would place things too close, too far away. Then, the second thing I want to get built will be a woodcutter. Right about, I'm putting it kind of in the foresty area. Rotate it about that much. Plop it down right here. Also, the music is relaxing. I really enjoy it. Okay, so we don't have any resources, so I have to pause this. This place, though, so I don't have to worry about placement. Oh god. Oh god. I'm really bad at this. I know some of you are probably like gonna be frustrated later, going like, it's right there, click it. Okay. So what you first need to do is gather some resources. So this is a mod that allows me to collect both stone and iron at the same time. Just deletes the amount of clicks I need to do on my end. That's basically all it does. It also keeps the laborers busy, so they're not just going like, hey, what do you want us to do? I mean, you know. So we need to collect some stuff here. Collect all this fun stuff. Stone and iron's really important, and so are trees. Trees will be the things that you want. So we're going to harvest some trees. mostly on the coastline. We're not gonna go across because I'm gonna have people end up on the other side. God knows how, but they will move themselves over there. Yes. I'm happy for you, Danny. I really am. I'm so glad. We're gonna play. We're gonna start off a little bit slow here. Okay. Hi, you're Mr. Wiggles. So if I have to put you down, I will. I'm not afraid to do it. Look at that, Danny. They're all working hard. Harder than me. Yes. I remember Ruma saying that, you know, we put down like what's it called? A stockpile, they will just hurriedly put the stuff in the stockpile with no regard to what they're supposed to be doing. So, usually what I like to do is when things look good, as soon as they start chopping a bunch of trees, I'm going to go and put down a stockpile. And the best thing about this is that I can do this. Build it right here. Oh look, it's all organized. Just need to remove one more thing, which is that plant thingy right there. So we're gonna have one builder. I'm gonna take the priority tool, up the priority of this. One builder. Thank you. Alright. Let my phone go off, and since I have like, if I'm monitoring my chat, I might check it. In a second or so. We're all quite busy. We're a little busier than they would be normally, because busy laborers takes away their ability to slack. Alright, so we got enough log and stone to start building on this. We're gonna have 3. Actually, most of the time with buildings, whenever they have a requirement for builders, you can actually cut it down by half. It is perfectly fine. They will get it done. Sometimes I feel like there's a rush for it, but it's spring, so, what are you doing? You're tired, you need to go to bed. It's your bedtime already. Yeah, thank you. Okay. That's good. Do you mind not pulling on this? You are? Be a turd butt? Turd butt. You like watching them? Yeah, they're just automatons. So now that we have all that, we can actually also begin on this one. We can move our builders over there too. So let's have 5 out of 6, so we have like people going between, or they'll select one or the other. They'll get it done pretty quick. There may be times when I actually have to run to the kitchen to get food because, well, I am diagnosed with hyperemesis gravidarum. It's a fun condition where you can't keep it down during pregnancy. And I'm not having as big an issue as that as I am with being hungry. Good night. Okay, sorry. I just went to sleep, so I say good night. As soon as you wind down, you're going to bed. I was hoping you'd go to bed before I started the stream, but I didn't want to wait any longer for you. Because you know, you like to interrupt my plans. And while they're doing this, I'm going on one speed. I'm going to go get something to eat, because I need something to eat. BRB. Enjoyed the people walking around for like a second. I don't mind if chat's not busy. I can't see chat anyway, but if you enjoy yourselves, you know, and you're my friends, feel free to text me. Yeah. Eat your banana. Leave me alone. Just for a little bit, okay? You're supposed to be in bed, mister. Might just put you there anyway. You're supposed to be asleep. Okay. Alright. So far they've done very little. That's okay. Since I have only that many people working, and I only have one building going, I'll start building some homes. So what I usually do is I calculate how much I will need to build stone houses, because I find stone to be more efficient, they're warmer, it's easier to, it's not really easier, it's nicer for them and stuff, so put homes next to workplaces, it's a little bit more efficient. I have a house, a couple houses over here actually. Right way. There's 3. So you start with 4 to 5 families in the beginning. Usually what I do during these playthroughs, I have one person doing woodcutter, blacksmith, and tailor. Because at one point or another, I'll get more confident about it. So we only want to be working on that. We don't have nearly enough workers, so everybody's like a builder now. Go. And the houses go up pretty quick when you have a lot of them going. And enough people. I'm only one laborer shy, or one builder shy, and that's not going to affect things too much. What happened? Aw, you get closed out of your bedroom. That's okay. I'll put you down anyway, so maybe you'll sleep. It's just my arm was my arm was on my nose. What? Oh my goodness, what is it? What could possibly be going on that you don't know about? Hey, Danny. I probably live only broadcasting to my friend and my husband. That's okay. Hi, everybody. You are, baby. Ah, perfect. Gonna put 2 gatherers there. I'm gonna up the food limit to 10,000 instead of 5,000. That way, you know, I give them some time to, you know, make a bit more. Would you stop grabbing on me, please? I love you. Stop. Stop. Petty me. Your hands are covered in banana. What's wrong with you? Oh my goodness. Stop that. Yes, stop it. Yes. No. No. It's not making it better. I really wish I could have put you down. I don't know what's going on with that. Yes, I know, you're a baby. I have not forgotten. Just in case you thought I would, I haven't. So we got 3 stone homes being built in process. So we can actually, and I forgot to do it, put down a fishing thing. No, I don't care. It's fine. It's fine, Nanini. It's fine. Another home. It's early autumn. You guys need to hustle. Hustle, hustle. See your butts. What's going on? Nothing is happening. Ah! That's why I say they're trying to murder themselves. Okay, you guys, start building your stupid houses. Build them, or I will build you into a piece of ground, I guess. I'll basically kill you all. Do it. Build the houses. Yeah, okay. Which one might not go? Ah, it's only got really loud. Let me go ahead and turn the music down because that was suddenly loud. Audio. Okay, resume. Okay, y'all need to hurry up. It's gonna be winter soon, and you don't have much of anything going on. You need help. Why? Finish the job. Or I'll finish your faces. And how you start. I may lose one family this year. Out of God knows what, or why. Alright. Are you trying to copy me? So, reserve food is low. No crap, these people just moved in. That's okay. Alright, would you stop sliding? Are you sliding on purpose? Stop sliding. There you go. Okay? Yeah, you did. You totally did. Let's build one more house, probably. Yeah, there were 3 adults. And there's the art. I mean, would you stop wiggling so much? Please. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I don't know. I don't even know what we're counting. Please stop, Danny. Please stop. I have an extra viewer. Hello. I am just tooling around on a game. And trying to wrangle my son so he goes to sleep. I'm gonna put you in your crib and you're gonna cry it out. That's how it's probably gonna work. Alright, you are hurting my arm. Why are you such a turd? You should just be dumped. You will get put down faster. Hot plate. You think the ground is made of lava, so how will you deal with that? So let's up our intake of stone and iron. This is iron. Go ahead and grab all this, because apparently either I'm retarded or these people are retarded. Because early winter has come, and y'all still don't have houses. Get your houses going, my goodness. We're upping priority. Some of y'all people gonna die. Yes, I do have some houses built, so we're not gonna freeze to death. You need to stop wiggling. You're done wiggling. You're finished. Please stop wiggling. Yes, of course there's reserve food as well. I expected that. Child? Child. Stop. Okay, stop it. Please? Please stop. It's gonna tell me my reserves are low because my numbers are really high for the expectancy of what I need. Okay, please. Yes. One more stone, please. Okay, good. Why would you... Okay, here's something I don't get. So, there are people with kids, right? So, apparently, whenever you put up a house, I don't know why single couples, like, this was the first house to go up. Just a 17-year-old and a 16-year-old. Okay, they're both adults. Why wouldn't you let the family with, like, 3 kids have the first house? What's up with that? I never understood it. Apparently, they just all hate each other. Let's see here. The reserve of food is low, yes, because I have it as like a high unreachable. Okay, it's early spring already. Get this house built. What's wrong with y'all? Yeah, plenty of workers. Alright, so we're gonna put 2 more gatherers, and then we're gonna actually start this thing over here. Continue. Hurry up and finish it. It's already spring. It's been a year. Thank you. My goodness. There's kids outside that are cold. Thank you. So all those people, we have no more homeless people. They all just moved into that house. I don't know why the other villagers always try to kill off the big family. That's just weird. It's a little strange to me, yes. Okay, that's good. Alright, so that's how that works. Since, as soon as I get this fish thing, actually, since I have 2 laborers, go ahead and start putting some roads down so it'll increase efficiency to and from places. Road right there, connects up to this little wagon cart, connects up to here, connects up to here. That person lives. Gatherer's hut connection. I guess how this guy connect to it or something. So do it specifically. There we go. How about everyone? So if I look like I'm a little bit of pain, I do have a migraine. I apologize for that because it hurts and it sucks. So I apologize. I don't mean to bother anything, but not feeling great. We're gonna stockpile right here around this area. I do 2x2s. And since it's a little worse, I can have that much. Building roads, it's looking good. Get to the fishery. Okay, stop sliding. Oh my gosh. Stop sliding. You need to stop sliding, mister. You're driving me nuts. I'm gonna go put you down in your bed. Be right back, everyone. I'm just gonna put him down so I can deal with him. Alright. So, good news. Captain Wigglepants actually went to sleep. It never happens. Okay. Also, friends, if you're my IRL friends, feel free to not... You don't have to watch the stream if you don't want it. It's okay. I don't mind. Maybe I could do that. Just a sec, everybody. A friend of mine might want to join the stream because you'll keep me from having a headache so much. I apologize for the mess in my house, but whatever. Not that bad. Oof. Okay. And the migraine is actually for pregnancy, which is really annoying. It's okay. Do-do-do-do. Okay. Excuse me, by the way. Okay, so I'm gonna need my good friend Jenny to test how this is gonna sound. So I'm gonna have Kazi join the call or the stream. See if we can do this.
Hello.
Hi, Kazi.
How are you?
I have a migraine, but it's life. It's whatever. Danny was very wiggly.
Sorry to hear you have migraine.
No, it's okay. I just put him down. So, I don't know if people can hear you. I'm having Jennifer check for me if she can.
Yep, they can hear me.
Oh, really? Oh, there
Yeah,
we go.
well, I was watching the stream, so all I had to do was unmute it.
Okay, so it's loud, very loud, and echoey. What do I need to do with split? How do you solve the loud, echoey problem?
I don't know. I don't know if it's my mic or your levels. I don't know.
Could be my levels. Give me just a second then. Let's do this. Ah, I know what it is. It's that. Okay, so this should be okay.
Testing 1, 2.
Waiting for a response. It's gonna take a few seconds maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I fixed something. We can hope that it fixed it. Shouldn't have been that loud though. Really? I had it all saved before I went to sleep last night. Okay. Okay, I'm really quiet, but he's no longer echoey, so that's fine. I could just up my volume a little bit and bring my mic closer. Ha-ha! Cheating the system. But anyway, okay. So I hope this is a little better.
Hey, as long as it works.
Right? But oh, problem is with... Okay, that should be fine. Get some feedback. Resume. Okay. So yeah.
Yay!
Got a lot of stuff done today.
I had work.
I sound weird saying that.
I'm bored out of my mind, so...
I gotcha. So 2 fishermen on this wharf. They're gonna bring more foods. Finally!
Nom 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 nom.
Build a market. Markets are good. Doing stuff. Things. People.
Or I'm just eating popcorn.
That's good. Which is just the 2 viewers I had. This is Kazi. I'm pretty sure we're all IRL friends here.
I'm pretty sure it's you, me, and Jenny.
Probably. I'm not really watching my stream. I have my phone out because I'm on the split screen. But I think the other person is, the other viewer is probably, because there's only 2 viewers, so I assume it's you and Jenny. It was you, Jenny, and Lox, but I think Lox went somewhere else.
Or he might have had work.
You can't really hear me. Not you. Maybe it's Skype. Maybe Skype has messed with my microphone.
Very possible.
I hate Skype sometimes. It is such a pain. message from her. Okay, we'll figure out what to do. Audio and video, this might take a second, I'm sorry. I don't... Okay. Testing. Okay, I don't need this.
Test.
Okay. Just bring it up. That's there. Okay, we'll bring this down. Say something. You. Cause
Something.
Okay.
Something, anything, nothing. I don't know.
I don't know. Okay, so I hate figuring this out because I'm not good at it.
It takes a lot of messing around.
Still super quiet on my end, but why my end? I didn't do anything. Okay, so... Oh. Is this better? I might just deafen people. I'm so sorry.
Hmm.
I hate deafening people. It's so rude. Freaking lights give me a headache. I need it all. Maybe I could just like put it behind on the thing. That's good. This is why I did this stream late at night, because it's just like testing and stuff. Just waiting on a response. See if it's
Decent or not.
Yeah, pretty much. Just chat. Okay. That's nice. Oh, I hate being sick. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go take a Zofran.
Bye.
It hurts. And that's my response. The mic is like right next to me. Like, it's right here.
Stop eating the mic.
I'm not eating the mic. Apparently the stream can't hear the mic as well on my end as well as it can at your end. I don't know either. Audio settings. Oof. It's okay, I'm probably gonna take a break from this anyway. I was thinking only streaming for like an hour because my head is killing me.
Bleh.
Pretty much. Microphone, no. Use my snowball, you jerk. It's like, did you want to do this thing? It's like, no. Okay. Alright, so I changed it to my blue snowball, so hopefully this is better. Because for some reason, it loves changing it to the webcam mic.
Oh, yeah, that's probably what's doing it.
And the webcam mic is on top of the monitor, and the monitor has a speaker coming out, so... I believe that was a problem. Is this better, Jenny? Just let me know. Maybe it's better I don't talk. Who knows? Blah, 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 blah. Also, I with the webcam earlier. Every time I moved it just slightly, it went offline. And I'm like, okay, calm down.
Doesn't know what to do.
It seems that way. Just hope I'm not deafening people. They're like, it's too loud, turn it down. My voice is just booming out of the thing, like, hey, yeah.
Well, I mean, they could always, you know, turn their audio up.
It's like I'm whispering. I'm not whispering. But, okay. Let me check one more thing. So turn this down. Because I found out what the problem was, I think. Just gotta adjust. And Oh my gosh, don't mute. Why are you muting? Quit muting. Quit it. Why would you mute? Oh my god, this thing is just...
Bleh.
Yeah, it's annoying. Blue snowball. Yes, read it. It's right here. Right here. Thank you. Can
Wait,
you hear
where?
me, Ghazi?
I mean, I can hear you.
Okay, I just want to make sure I don't think it's doing anything to Skype. But man, Split's like, hey, did you want this thing? I'm like, I wanted this thing. It's like, oh, I didn't do the other thing instead. No, audio output is stream only. Audio input is that. Yes. So we're going to put that up like this. Okay. Hopefully it works now. I swear to God, XSplit. I swear, you give me hell. I will become the thorn in your side. It's like, okay. Give her more hell. Collect more of this stuff. Collect more things and stuff and things and do more of it.
More things and stuff.
Yeah. Well, because these people use stone and iron like water. Are you serious? Oh, you suck. Oh, you really suck. First, I need to build a tailor. Wow, I might have to restart this one tomorrow.
Bleh.
Yeah, it's okay. I'll restart on easier so that I can deal with the migraine. Let's get a tailor up. Let's get Taylor up. Oh, you took so much resources, you jerk. So you got plenty of food and plenty of firewood. That is the main thing. I don't have any clothing left or many tools. Apparently life hates me.
Can they survive the winter?
They already survived the first one.
Oh, they're good.
I don't know. They all have houses now, so that's the good news. They all have houses.
That's good.
Okay, and they're all freaking stupid, so I have to like up priority constantly. You're builders, do your job. Oh, we were supposed to do that? Great.
Do what now?
Read the one item and start building. Oh, you guys are so dumb. My headache. My headache is this. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, and the reserve stone is low because I'm using it. Numbnuts. Reserve stone is low. Oh no. Could be because we're actually doing something with it. No, that's a logical thing, isn't it? That's a logicalness. Oh my god, why is there a box of fish? Way the hell out here. What are you people doing?
Random food cache. Cache? Stash. How about stash?
Oh, cash is good, stash. Same thing in my head.
They got it there when they have to bug out of town.
They're all rogues, and so they just haven't got rid of their roguish ways.
Nope.
That's not the best idea. Okay, then go collect more stone, idiots. I sent you on a quest to collect stone, and all of you are like, we're kind of sort of lame right now. We don't want to do this thing that you want us to, we have to do, stay alive. No. We want to be lazy. So that was work.
Dull. Dead.
Dull and dead.
Mm-hmm.
I can see that. Went to Target, did a big shopping spree, and then we went to Hobby Lobby, picked up some picture frames. A little crazy with printing pictures. So you know, it's interesting. It's cool. The reserve of food is low. You can say that all you want. You guys have plenty. Shut it. Build my minion. What are you guys so retarded for? divvy out tasks. It's like you're dealing with real people. Why is that there? Destroy it. Are you serious? Destroy the freaking stone. Do it. You're leaving a bunch of stone everywhere. I'm not gonna murder them, I promise. There won't be a random fire.
I believe you're lying.
It's a hard call.
All I heard is explosions and explosions.
I mean, this is an evil game, but it's gotta get close to it. You people are going to kill yourselves.
I mean, I guess it could be worse. One of your characters could be a pyromaniac.
It depends. Oh, yeah, I can see that. Oh, my head's hurting. Make it stop.
Just funny, like the last time I looked in like the DSM or whatever, you only need 2 out of 3 things to have it so you're actually a pyromaniac.
Yeah.
What were they? I know one is like, I think they give the example of you light a match and you start holding your breath because you're expecting or anticipating the fire. Like you get excited.
I haven't had that yet. Then again, I don't try to light things on fire. I like lighting candles, like once in a while, like when I'm taking a bath. That's nice. I don't do anything weird like that.
No, I can't remember the other one. I know one of them's like you actually get aroused by fire. I'm like, that is just weird.
Yeah, it sounds it. Take one motorcade out and make them work on better things. We've reached our limits. Maybe it'll get stuff done for once.
Nah.
I have I guess a very tiny amount of hope. Hey, look! Well, you'll see in a second, but I have a small amount of hope. As minute as it is, it's still there. I have a hunter's cabin, so I'm not going to do well on this. Oh, well, we need more clothes. Well, maybe we should build a hunter's cabin! So I
know, right?
Stuff. Wow, yeah, this is why I need to play when I don't have a headache. Because apparently I'm just a retard.
No, they will gripe all the livelong day.
True, I guess, yeah. It's very true.
Yeah, the problem is you have to sort of prioritize, like, okay, what do you bastards need? Well, you need houses, you need a farm.
Yeah, well, I can't have a farm. Gotta have any seeds at the start. Also, wow, are we really? Yeah, we're at 100% capacity. Well, that's fine. You people have plenty of food. You got plenty of firewood. Deal with it. Got more firewood than anything. I don't have enough resources probably to build the freaking hunting cabin. But I can try. Oh no, I do! I actually have enough stone. Thank the gods. That never happens. Alright. How's the Lizzie?
She is asleep.
Was she alive today?
Yes.
Alright.
Said she was good, she's just busy at work.
I bet. Build the cabin or I'll murder all of you. Do it.
Like, you say that, but...
I will kill all of them. There will be no safe haven. Nothing. I'm gonna build a road, actually, but the problem is if I start building a road, they're like, oh, hey, you want us to build the road right now? It's like... not exactly. Not exactly. So, I don't know if I have plans for New Year's. I don't think I do. Do you got plans?
I have nothing.
How about you, Jenny? Tell us your plans if you get a chance. Besides maybe playing a game with us that night, because it's a Tuesday for New Year's Day, but not New Year's Eve. Oh yeah, that's right. Locks will be here. That's okay.
Yeah, it'll be Tuesday. I don't
think
know.
Monday going to Tuesday for New Year's Eve.
Yeah, Monday going into Tuesday. So like 2019 will actually be like, oh, it's the first day. Well, time to game.
Right? We still have fun. That's good. That's good, good. So really pick up the freaking stone or I'll kill your families. Sorry. I get a little bit violent, I guess, talking aggressive.
You're like, I'm gonna kill you. No, 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 no. You make him so he's still a stone worker, but just use one of those stones and bash one of his hands in.
Oh. Oh dear. That does not sound good, but I like it.
Like death. Pff, death's easy.
Surviving through everything else, it sucks. Why are my gatherers so shitty? I don't know. So Jennifer says, well, we usually have a New Year's party with Tanner playing Mahjong and Jackbox. Well, I can see that. Like, she's really into Mahjong with her friends and stuff. I remember that. I remember, like, Tanner was really cool.
Matching tiles or actual mahjong?
Actual Mahjong.
Oh god, no. No, I would not be doing that.
Or, I don't know, actually, because I thought it was matching tiles, too, but if it's not, I assume that he plays actual Mahjong, but I'm not entirely certain. Because I don't really know what that is. I didn't know there was a difference.
It's complicated.
Is it like watching someone play Go? Because that's annoying.
No. It's basically a very Chinese way of playing gin rummy.
You guys don't have any tools?
But
You ran out of tools for
there's
this? Sorry.
so many insane pairings and everything. I'm like, wow.
That's crazy. So I'm gonna put 2 hunters. Keep our 3 builders because I had to build. I now had to build a freaking blacksmith because we ran out of tools before we ran out of clothes. You people and your demands. Like I'm back at the craft store.
Yeah, it's rummy like. It's just more of there's so many different variations and hands that you can win and whatever. I'm like, no.
That sounds really complicated. That's okay though.
Like I can play shogi. Like I'll stick with that.
Shoki.
Yeah, Japanese chess.
Gotcha.
Like that I can somewhat understand.
I get you. Here we go. Build a dirt road. It'll be a long one, but do it. Do it. So apparently my mic is fixed. It was just split being an idiot.
Yay.
Woo! Slay. I do have enough stone finally. Yay! Prioritize the tools because y'all gonna run out of tools now if you haven't already. There's 2 people without tools. Oh joy. May have had a little bit of lag there, so oops. My bad.
Meh.
Pretty much.
You'll be fine.
Yeah. Not worried about it too much. Oh yay, good, you did a thing. Okay, good, you finished the thing. Ugh. This game is like headache inducing. Maybe that's why I had a headache. Could have been that Danny, because I was about to put Danny down and he's all like, I'm awake. And I'm just like,
Why? Why, kid? Why?
Because he lives to torture me. I'm his mom. It's natural order of things. God, I need so much stone for this stuff. Honestly, why can't you just put like an anvil and like a freaking smelter? There you go. It's not much iron. Or even stone. You don't need that much stone for a smelter, okay? Okay, the one that doesn't have tools is building the house. Or not the house, building the blacksmith area. So I'm building this on actually hard and mild conditions for weather. I would turn disasters on. That just sounds like a disaster in itself. I think one day maybe I'll just play easy and then I'll play disasters on. just because it sounds like fun, because you actually get tornadoes. You get to simulate Oklahoma.
Oh god.
It'll be so much fun. Oklahoma simulation. We're gonna do...
Well, that's just one of the things. I mean, hell, you can end up getting the plague.
Yeah, true. That's very true.
Mm-hmm.
Plague doesn't sound good.
No, just people just start dying left and right. And you can't do anything.
That's annoying. It sounds very sad. Okay, we're gonna gather some herbs, because apparently these people are like, we're not feeling good, even though I have medicines.
You have what now? You don't need any of those.
I guess. No, they're just not healthy. It's like there's 7 stored medicines. Go pick up a medicine. And they're like, no, we'd rather, you know, not. We'd rather be sick. I'd rather be sick. Woo! Man, it's like me back in high school. I refused to go to the doctor. You have like bronchitis. I'll live.
I'll live. I don't need anything.
Pretty much. They're like, you should go to the doctor and get that fixed. I'm like, doctor costs money, and plus doctors aren't reliable. This is the ghetto. They're gonna give me something that's gonna kill me. It's like having, you know, I guess what's it called, medical in the Navy. Just
oh
in
god.
your town. Here, take some Motrin.
No,
go to
you would
sleep
have
after
to.
concussion.
No, that's like the carrier medic. I mean, I actually knew the medics on my ship, and it's smaller, so it wasn't that bad.
Interesting. Yeah, that must have been just like my husband's carrier then. Oh my god, you people go through tools like they're just
Nothing.
tools.
Yeah. You go through tools like tools.
Well, I was going for the different
Doge, is that you?
No, it's Moon.
Damn it, Moon.
People go through tools like they're tools or something. So, I was going with my husband to store and stuff, and we were getting some food, and we just got back in the car from getting food as we went to Panda. Yay! But so I was talking about how it felt so nice outside. It was like really warm to me. He's like,
yeah.
well, because you're carrying around a furnace. And I'm just like, I don't know about that. He's like, you are literally carrying around a furnace. I was like, okay, cool. So I feel like a bakery, but you know, I guess the baby's a furnace, and I guess Loxodon misunderstood. He thought I said bees. So now in my mind, bees power furnaces. And I couldn't stop
laughing. A whole
laughing.
bunch of bees.
I couldn't stop laughing because he's like, well, how many bees do you need to power your furnace? I'm just like, what? How hot can your bees be? I'm like, oh my god. What the hell? It's apparently bees power furnaces.
At least it was just that. I mean, it could have been a whole lot worse.
I am amused. I need the amusement when I'm going through all this stuff. Well, how's your buddy doing? Your other buddy on Twitch, Will?
He is playing Fallout. He's probably just grinding some stuff.
Yeah, I really want to see him play Fallout, but I always miss it or I'm busy.
Well, he's playing Fallout right now.
I know, but I'm playing Banished, and I don't know. Like, I see my husband play, Fallout all the time. But, I don't know. I kind of want to get it because then I could just, like, join raids and stuff, and I don't know. It looks like a pretty awesome game. My sister has it, so if I get it, I can play with her. I control the crap out of her and then make her mad. I don't know if that'll make her mad, though. My family's weird. Okay, why aren't you making any tools? Did everyone take... Nobody's taking tools. You need to make tools. Why are you doing this to me? Make your tools, or I will turn you into a tool. Oh, you can't store them. Are you freaking kidding me? Okay. Okay, y'all can be without tools for a little bit. You'll be able to store them in a second. Just give it 37 more... No, not 37. Just give it a about 62 more efforts and you can have a tool. The person building doesn't have a tool. Oh, this is banished. Oh, and so I sent Jenny a text message saying, "Hey Jenny," because she's a baker. I'm like, "So how hot do your bees need to be to like make a furnace?" And she's all like, "What?"
What?
I just kept badgering her, and she's like, "I was gonna say a bazillion degrees." I'm just like, "Wow, that's actually pretty good. I didn't expect that."
Like, is that code? Is that code for something?
I'm just gonna assume that we all cook with bees. Like raging hot bees.
Oh my!
I don't know if we do that kind of cooking with bees. That just seems very painful, but you know, cooking with bees. My God, why are you here? Why are you here too? You don't have a good tool. In fact, the tool's broken. I guess they're just using their hands. It's like punching a tree in Minecraft. It'll work eventually. Break off and you'll be able to make something. I mean, I've punched a tree. It didn't feel good. I couldn't get the tree to break at all. There's also a birch tree, so kind of a luck with that one. You know, I guess they just go fight bears and then they punch trees.
Wouldn't it be punch the bears and fight trees?
I mean, if you want to die? I mean, if you just punch a bear and you run off giggling, I'm pretty sure you're in for death or something. But, yeah, I guess I can see that. Somehow. Why are all these people still alive? They are just... I should have killed them. Oh my God, a market. It's done. Put a vendor here. What, 2 vendors? Go get your stupid tools. I'm so glad vendors don't.
But they're not stupid.
It's stupid. Oh my God. It's like the nightmare.
But my tools ain't stupid.
Oh my God. No. So I love what they do. They're like, oh, there's not enough room. We're just gonna put the food outside and picnic baskets everywhere. We're also gonna leave picnic baskets at random locations.
I don't think that's how it works.
If they have a picnic basket, then why do they need like a market to store it? I don't understand. Oh, I now have 4 people now. Hello everyone! I'm surprised that, you know, it's this late and people are interested in watching me play Banished. Was it because I mentioned bees? Because bees power furnaces?
Because you're the bee's knees?
I don't even know what that is, but okay, I'll go with it. But I just imagined it was the bees talking. Because, you know, every furnace is powered by bees. So, that's my assumption, is that... Power your furnace with bees. Angry, hot bees. Because apparently, that's what the child is that I'm growing in my gut. It's a bee.
This still sounds like code for something.
I don't know what you mean.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you. Okay. Now, are you actually putting the tools away, or are all you people just... I love this game. This is such a great game. Where you tell people to do so. It's like real life. It's just like, hey, did you want a simulation of your real life adventures at work? And you tell someone to do something and they're like, oh, okay, and then they tell you, hold on a second, and then you come back and you go in the room and like the break room and they're sitting down like reading a book or sleeping and you're just like, the thing you want it done, I want it done.
Like, yeah, it's like, what the hell is this shit?
It's when you send, I guess it's when you send a druid to go assassinate a person. And they're just like, okay.
Sure, I got it, boss.
Just sent the wrong person down. Yeah, so I realized how many books are, by the way, speaking of, like, druids, for D&D 5e, and I'm just like, ooh, Wizards of the Coast. You're just wanting... Oh, about the gameplay. Okay. Sorry, I just received a text because I do not have Twitch on any computer right now because I don't have a split screen. So, this is Banished. It's a world where you try to get a group of exiles not to kill themselves. So, what we're doing is we're actually supplying them with the essentials of firewood and food and apparently tools. They're efficient, as you can tell. There are 5 people without tools. Hey, 2 people have tools now. There used to be 7. But so what we do is we first establish places where people can work and gather food. There's a gatherer's hut here, and there is a hunting cabin here. Also, if I get off track, I'm sorry. I'm pregnant, a little bit out of it, so I apologize if I missed some details. There's also a fishing dock, so we got our food established. So what this is basically you have a bunch of people. I started out with nothing, no stone, no logs, and up here in the corner, why am I pointing? Here's my pointer on my mouse. In the corner here I have my stored logs, my stored stone, and it just gives you the numbers. There's also iron and firewood. So, and food is right beneath that too. So your main ones you want to keep an eye on are firewood and food. So what you do is first you establish getting resources. Kind of like Minecraft, but with multiple players that you kind of have to delegate tasks to. So I first built a woodcutter and a gathering hut. Gatherer's hut create the most amount of food. They generate approximately, I think if you have full staffed with a lot of trees, because it mostly gatherers huts have to be placed in like the forest area. They generate about 7,000 units of food every year. This goes by year. Right now it is winter. 4 seasons, just like we have, although sometimes I think some places in America skip seasons. Like I feel like California just skips winter, and I feel like Colorado sometimes skips summer. So, in Oklahoma, well, you know, you have like 7 seasons, and most of those are probably just tornadoes. But anyway, so this goes yearly. You are also given just, I started out I think with 16 people. Looks like some have multiplied and now have 2 extra. So you delegate tasks. Usually you start out with 8 adults, and I think, numbers, 6 children, so maybe it was only 14 I started with. But usually they give you 4 families. The numbers vary depending. So you just kind of go through here. You set down items like, well, we can actually build something because I'm going to need it. A storage barn. You can rotate it using the T key. I'm playing on a keyboard. So you can rotate it using T or R. Place it with the left click, whatever. Go here and they'll build it. You have professions, which I don't think any of these are professions after a bit, because you're going to have people that are uneducated, because education is actually a thing in this. You could put down extra things like schools, and you could put down hospitals, town hall, most of these things that are on the end here. There's also cemeteries you can build, and chapels, mostly just for morale and getting more people in and keeping sickness out. So generally it's just kind of building a civilization. This is my first civilization building game I've played. Through lots of trial and error, I've discovered a lot of different ways I was incorrectly playing. And right now this is probably the hardest I've ever gone so far, because you have starting conditions. I'm playing on hard, which means I don't start with any buildings, I don't start with any resources. It's just people and a limited amount of food. I think it gives me about 1,200 food at the start, and I think 100 firewood. No homes though, and you start in early spring, and then it goes all the way to winter, and you basically have to keep everyone alive. Sometimes I feel like these people are just bent on not staying alive, because I've had lots of playthroughs where I'll start off strong, and then suddenly everything just kind of explodes. So, without fire, I promise. I don't really light people on fire. I will threaten them to light them on fire, but you know, I'm a woman, obviously that makes sense. We threaten people with fire, right? Is that a normal thing, Kazi?
I don't think so.
I mean, I've heard your wife threaten you with fire all the time. I don't know. I just assume that we magically can generate fire. I mean, we have enough bees to do so.
I mean, she's a klutz, so something will just blow up in her hands.
Oh dear. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, sorry I paused that for so long to explain. I do have a little bit of a roundabout way of explaining stuff, so if you want to tune me out and then come back, like, oh, okay, she's done talking and rambling, cool. Basically, oh yeah, so I built all these things. I have a tailor and a blacksmith. I don't have enough people to fill the jobs. I usually like to keep one laborer around so they can actually, finish up doing things, but if I don't have enough, sometimes I'll pull one or two. I'm gonna pull a fisherman, actually, because fishermen's, or if the, fishing dock doesn't bring in as much food a year. And I built this pretty early on, and it's already the second year. We're already in late winter, which is the end of the year. So there's only 266 last year, and it doesn't bring in much. So, sorry, I'm fighting hiccups, so that's why I sound weird. Okay, there we go. I'm pregnant, like I said, so my body is just doing random tests, I guess, all over the place. But anyway, so they don't really bring in much food. It's a good question. So, there's a question of if you cut all the trees down around the gathering hut, what will happen when the gatherers stop gathering? They won't stop gathering. Like, they may stop gathering. I haven't done that because I don't want them to die. But I assume I've actually seen this on Roomba's playthroughs on YouTube. I think he did a hasty placement, and I don't blame him for that. But he ran out of trees in an area, and they just kind of they started bringing in a whole lot less food. I mean, they still went out to do things like if there aren't any herbs or any foods to gather for the gatherers, they will go and do other tasks within that area. Like they'll chop stone, they'll chop iron, they'll gather up tree logs and stuff. If you start chopping down the trees, they just won't generate as much food. I feel like the baskets they're carrying around to look busy, kind of have a specific number of items. Sometimes they have one. It can vary from one item to like 20. And a lot of the more uneducated persons or the uneducated laborers, when they become adults, don't really generate as much stuff, because when you have education in like the actual town itself, it actually helps people work faster, work more efficiently, work better, and they can survive under better conditions. So it's helpful for sure. But yeah, if you cut down all the trees around the gathering huts, it'll just become less efficient. All the stuff will drop. But usually, if there's nothing to do in an area, they will assume the role as a laborer. And whatever the laborer is doing for the task, the laborer's default task is always pick up resources. Like, if you have hunting cabins, like I have down here, the hunting cabin's job is to kill venison or deer and then bring it to the storage areas, which is the market, and the tiny little wagon I started with. It's so cute, look at that. But so basically they kill the venison and then they collect leather and stuff, but they don't actually collect it and move it. The laborers are the ones that actually will move your resources and things to those places so they can be delegated for each citizen. So basically it's they're kind of lazy in that aspect. They do bring in quite a bit of food though. Like I just built it last season, and this season they generated 800, and only having 2 out of 3 hunters is pretty darn good for that. They generate far more than fishermen, which I might pull another fisherman because I don't really use fishermen that much. I put it up just as a kind of a buffer, so that while people are doing other tasks, I can send other workers to gather food. But generally though, if there's nothing going on in an area, like say I have a woodcutter, a lot of times I'll reach my limit for woodcutters, and then I'll just kind of, actually what I will do is I'll drop the number of people in that profession and move them to a different profession. Because I usually only have one person doing the 3 jobs of woodcutter, tailor, and blacksmith. I don't see the purpose in having one person for each unless I have an abundance of people. Which has happened. I've reached, I have, in other places I've reached like a, if you want I can show you, a population of about 300 or so maybe 200. Could be like stretching the number so I sound cooler, but it's probably just like 200. But yeah, so, like I said though, if there's nothing for a person in the area to do, then they will assume the job of a laborer. And if they're not moving inventory from one place to another, they are cutting down trees. Like if you tell them, hey, we need more logs. And right now actually we could use more stone, but we could always use more logs because logs are used to make coal. I do have a few mods, by the way. Sorry if you don't like mods. They don't actually make the game easier. This game is difficult no matter what. In my opinion, I'm not very good at video games. But even other players, like, my husband has a hard time with this game too. It's just the way the game is. Like, it's not a very easy game. So yeah. Sometimes it's just difficult. But, so a lot of times though, like, laborers will, chop trees, they'll break stone down and collect it. They'll collect iron. You can always also demolish places, like we're doing this, but I don't want to do that because this one takes forever to put up. So, anything that is not done and there's no work to do, they'll just assume laborer. And laborers do a multitude of tasks. Mostly moving stuff to and from places. Also, it's getting back to the gameplay currently, aside from that. Oh! So what you do is if you clear all the trees from around your gathering hut, is that what's a good pairing for the gathering hut is actually going to be down here, resource producers, or production. Right next to woodcutter is going to be the forester lodge. The forester lodge will plant and take down trees. It'll bring in logs, it'll also bring in stone and iron and other resources, but this is the thing you want to usually put next to your gatherers' huts when you have the workforce to put it down. Forester lodges will take care of the tree problem. You can actually put it down, and when it's built, you'll have 2 options of plant and cut. So both of them will be highlighted in white, which means that both jobs are being done. For example, I have a gatherer's hut, which says work right here. So what you do, if you want them to stop doing their job, you just click it. I want them to keep working though, but as you can see, it's off, so they're not going to be gathering more food. But when I click it, it enables that task. Forester has 2 of those, so there'll be one right here, and there'll be one right next to it. So what you do is if you don't want them to cut the trees, and you just want them to plant, you just click the one that says cut. The one that's highlighted in white will be the task they'll perform. So that's that one. So I put down the market though, so that these people are hoarders. They will go around and they'll take all the potatoes, because you start out with potatoes. I don't know what it is, but their greed knows no bounds, and neither does their cruelty, I want to say, because this is the first house I put down. This house was, is made of stone, so actually the stone houses are better than the wood ones. I can talk about that too. The stone houses use less firewood than the regular houses, so you'll have more fuel conservation. But I put down this stone house, and I had like 5 children that were homeless, and these 2 adults are like, well, screw everyone else, we want a house. So this was the first house down, and so they had a kid like 2 seasons ago or 2 years ago. So they had a kid, but they started out with each other, and they left like 4 or 5 kids out in the cold. And I was just like, wow. And usually, like, they will hoard everything. The market is good for delegating the fact that your citizens will not take all the food for themselves. I don't know what it is with these people. Maybe because they're exiles. I don't know. I don't want to judge, because I feel like humans are a bit more thoughtful on occasion. Like, maybe it's a slim occasion, but an occasion nonetheless. So these people will hoard food and steal homes, I feel like. This was the last house I built. So you have, oh my god, that's hilarious. Rock and Dean I almost thought that said Vertigo. Vergio, Cedric, Janellar. That's funny. But anyway, not a funny name, but my name is actually Janae. It's a funny name to me because it's close to mine, but not really. But anyway, so these people were all like the beginning people in this town. They had a 1-year-old, because it's been 5 years. And these people are just like, no, we want your children to be cold and hungry. So apparently, these people didn't get a house. Until now. So, yeah, I mean, these people are greedy. They'll take all the potatoes, all the food, all the firewood, and then there'll be a deficit for everyone else. So the first person that gets, like, a house gets dibs on everything. Like, if they wanted to, they could hoard all the food in their house. As long as it fit. I think that there is an inventory, what's it called? An inventory, what's it called? Oh, goodness. Limit. Words are hard. But I believe there's an inventory limit. There's definitely an inventory limit for, like, the wagon and the market. But a lot of this stuff goes by weight. And I realized that occupants in houses will only go up to 5 occupants. Normally, I've only seen rare occasions where it goes up to 6, but that was in the earlier versions of the game. But, there's usually only 5 occupants. After there are 5 occupants, there are no more children made until you make a new house. And I remember mentioning that earlier, that that's how I kind of killed my first civilization that was actually succeeding. I refused to build houses because I was told they'll multiply, and I wasn't ready for that. And I do have the mod on that 1 year is 1 year. Because I cannot stand smushing people together in relationships in this game and, like, making them have as many children as possible. I'd much rather take my time on this so that I can feel like I'm getting a better start rather than feeling like I'm being rushed. I know you can pause and stuff, but it's more for me. I mean, a good friend of mine, that's a friend of Jenny's, says that the only person you're cheating with mods is yourself. There are a few mods I'm using, yes, like, mostly for efficiency, because I feel like it helps the game feel more realistic. And that's just my decision. Like, it's more for my flavor than anything else. I mean, I like cinnamon. I mean, that's a flavor, so it's more for my cinnamon. I have some Saigon cinnamon in my pantry. So good. But anyway, so that's just how I feel it helps and stuff. So, with mods. But yeah. Okay, so we need clothes. We definitely need clothes, because it's spring now. So I'm going to move my currently, like I said, this person does all 3 jobs. It just feels more efficient. Woodcutter, see, I've got plenty of firewood. I've had 831 for the last 2 years. Or 830, because I built the stone houses. I didn't feel like I needed to build a bunch of wooden ones, because I'm just going to tear them down anyway. If I have the resources, which are usually, stone houses, so you just do quick math, 24 of wood, 40 stone, and 10 iron. So if you make sure that you at least have 40 iron, that is like the most important resource for those homes, you should be okay. Yes, stone is a crunch, but usually stone is easier to find than iron. So usually when I'm building the houses, I kind of make sure that if I have like starting conditions, I want to make sure that I have 40 stone to start. And right now everybody's clothed still, I think. Everybody's got a tool at least, or they are one. I can't really tell anymore. Man, I yell at these people a lot, so it's better than yelling at real people though. But we're doing pretty good. This is year 5. We got some stored medicine. That's what I like about this mod that I have, which is busy laborers. Because, you know, how hard is it to go up to a plant and then pick it up? I feel like that should be a thing. Or, you know, how hard is it to go, oh, look, pick up these onions or whatever. Pick up all this stuff. Would you mind doing this and things? Okay, y'all need to finish the storage barn. Please? Probably don't need it anymore, actually. Let me pause the storage bar. I don't think I need the storage barn. So instead... Oh, thank you for the follow, babe. 222. I am really happy you're following me. Happens to be someone close that I know. So I appreciate the service. But, Also, thanks for your questions, Sedilu. I so butcher your name. Sedilus. Thank you. I appreciate that. Always willing to help. But yeah. We're gonna build something else instead. That's where my brain was going. Totally blanked there. I'm sorry. I'm just full of blanking. That's why Dory is like my freaking spirit animal or something. But anyway, I was going to build a something.
A something?
I don't remember. Oh yeah, a Forester Lodge. Because that's right, they brought it up and I was like, oh yeah, that's definitely a thing you need. I should really put one down. Let's see here. Okay, so this one takes 32 wood and 12 stone. We definitely got the resources for that. You guys get busy with this, please. Please get busy with it. Because I wanted to build something else.
Okay.
I mean, you can do what you want, Kazi. I'm not going to tell you how to please your wife, but that is your business.
Oh, you're just telling the town folk to start doing that. They just drop all their tools. It's like, well, okay.
I'm not ready. Herbalist! Herbalist, that's what it was. Okay. So I need to get the herbalist because these people are kind of teetering on their health. They're doing great. I'll be honest. They look good. But
They look
could
good.
look better. They could look better. They look good. They could look better. Okay. So that was fine. My migraine's gone. How cool is that?
Yay.
Woohoo! Oh yeah, there's a priority button. So, if you're a new player to Banished, and you're trying to figure out why the heck your people aren't doing anything, there is this amazing tool under Tools and Reports called the Increased Priority. This is your godsend. If you don't even have to believe in God, it's just amazing. So what you do, I don't care what you believe in, it's a cool thing. So you can increase priority of building these buildings. I only really keep one. I kind of cut down the cost of laborers, or not laborers, the cost of builders for buildings. Like this one will say, oh, you need 3 builders. And this one will say, oh, you need 2 builders. You're fine with 1 each. This game likes to achieve, I guess. Does someone just... No! Fine. I guess if you increase the priority, like, of one thing a little too much, it just goes the other way. But yeah, so... I'm gonna bring this down, because they kind of overshoot the cost of labor efficiency. They try to have so much going on. Also, thank you, honey. My headache is gone. I appreciate it. So, honestly, I only keep 1 builder per place unless it requires like 3 or 4. If it requires 3 or 4, I'll put 2 in there. But honestly, the market requires 6. And this playthrough, I only put 1 person. 1 person built this entire market. Though, you think that they could just take the wagon that has wheels and just move it up here. Okay, so I'm a little bit of a craftsman myself. A little bit. I have an Etsy store. I sell Estus flasks. That's what my my icon on my Twitch is. It's actually an ashen flask. But I am a little meticulous about where things are placed. A little bit.
Little.
Kind of aggressive about it. I will be honest, I'm a little aggressive. Wait. I put someone in there. Screw it. Blacksmith, you're done. Go make clothes. He's gonna change his person over to a tailor anyway. You just changed professions. They're just like, what? I need to know 3 things. Ah! But yeah, so I really wish I could just move that cabin. Just a little, or not cabin, the wagon just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
This way. Like there's a road right there. You can just get behind it and push it and be like, there we go. So much better now. It still has wheels. How come, like... one thing I really wish this game had, which is definitely overshooting it, is I really, really wish we had wagons. Like, full on, we need to get to this place, and, you know, just carpool all your people their job. Carpool all the stuff back. it would be so much more efficient. They have wagons. I mean, they could use just like human labor and push it and stuff. It makes stuff easier than carrying back. Oh look, I have like a whole basket of food. I've got like 50 units of food. I'm carrying it back by hand. Man, I'm hungry after this. I'm gonna go eat now and waste the time that I could have just been plopping it in a wagon and taking it somewhere. But yeah, I just wish we had a mode of transportation that wasn't just walking. Because when you get to that point where you've built practically everything, I feel like there's so much more that you could just add to increase efficiency. I use that word a lot, I'm sorry. That's kind of a statistic word, but I'm not major in statistics at all, I promise, but I really just kind of wish they had wagons, or even Flintstone carts to be nice. Just power it with your feet and then just let it roll down the hill. Just get more wheels. Maybe, you know, I can find a mod for that, but it just seems a bit excessive right now. Or like even like little so they have a wheelbarrow, that's great, but can you just like get like, you know, maybe a deer to pull it or something? I guess because I don't have horses. Doesn't really make much sense, does it? I don't know. Maybe I'm overshooting it wanting wagons. I have no clue. Maybe I'm just having first world problems right now. Just having all those first world problems of wanting, you know, efficiency. Hey! Hey!
Hey.
Bade just said that, my husband's like, hey, wagons are for witches. Aww. Bade is my husband. So if he gives me crap, it's well deserved, I'm sure. I mean, I'm not saying I'm a witch, that's just mean to witches, probably. But, I want my wagons. Okay, so we always have people growing up, and I should put... God, I feel like this one's moving slow. Then again, it's not really different than what I've been doing lately, though, anyway. I've been always starting on hard recently. I've started 4 different games on hard, which... The first time I did it, I had a lot of people die. Like, I had a whole family just pass away because of the placement of things, but afterward it was fine. It's the first time I've been playing on mild weather, not fair. I will increase the weather conditions to more difficult ones later, but before I do that I might just start on medium and then just have disasters or something, because I want to see cool stuff. Oh yeah, so not all Banished playthroughs are this clean. Like, I have actively turned off my weather because it gets in the way, but since I'm okay with it now and I'm not so focused, because I don't have to like pay so much attention, I kind of know what I want to do here. I'm gonna turn weather back on. But see, it gets all rainy and stuff. Oh look, it's like Washington. Yay! And Idaho. Man, those places are kind of dreary. But they're actually pretty. At least I think Idaho is pretty. Then again, I'm the only one out of my friends that has not been outside the country, so I'm probably missing out on a lot of stuff. I don't know, I feel like I'm missing out. There's so much more to do. Oh cool, so I've got 2 extra laborers, so get to work. Okay, cool. I'll be right back though, I'm gonna get a little bit more water. I'm gonna leave this on 1. My kitchen is like 10 steps away. I'll be right back. Better check on chat. See how chat is doing, if everyone is still alive. Okay, so I don't know why I was following that citizen. I was like, what are you doing? giant telescope in their face. That person's tall. So we got tools, we're getting some clothes now. We also have textiles, those are very important in making clothes. Textiles include leather and wool. Wool is just a fun way to say wool. Not really saying wool, sorry, I'm not that kind of person. But, so this is where you get your leather. You can also get leather from cattle. But with the hard setting on Banished, I start with neither seeds, or cattle, or sheep, or chickens. I don't start with anything. I don't even start with resources. I start with a wagon full of firewood and food. I don't even start, well no, I do have tools and clothes. Never mind. It's not just nothing. There are tools and clothes with along with the firewood, stone, iron. No, I don't, not firewood, sorry. Firewood and food. It's late over here. I'm on Central Time.
It's not that late.
True. It's not bad.
It's 12:30 or so.
Oh. So it is. So glad I put the baby down. He just fell asleep. Or not fell asleep, but he just sat down in his crib, looked up at me. I handed him his milk, and he's like, "Oh, yeah, this is fine. I'll go to sleep." Eventually. He didn't cry, so that's good news. He was very wiggly. Cool, so we have an herbalist. So the herbalist has a very, very important job. Keep everyone's health good enough so they don't die. You can usually, I've seen in Aruma's playthroughs, is that you can have the gatherer's hut, the forester, and the herbalist all together. So, as long as you have a lot of trees going on here, because the gatherer's hut and the herbalist depend on these trees to produce medicinal herbs and food. Wild foods such as all these. But to be honest, the only thing I probably eat out of there are berries and mushrooms because, you know, the mushrooms, of course. Psh, are you kidding me? Just kidding. But yeah. So, but the gatherer's hut actually brings in the most food, which I thought was kind of weird at first. I'm like, no, it doesn't. There's no way. Because I would use hunter's lodges like crazy. I put like, if I could fit like 5 of them on the map, I would. But I was reading on the wiki because I was just like, okay, so why are all my people dying? Because I literally went through a trial of everyone just dying. And I'm like, what am I doing to you guys? I'm so sorry. We're going to cut down the number of foresters because we're still beginning. We're going to have 1 forester. So apparently gatherer's huts bring in like, I think I said 7,000 or so, or 7,500, something like that. 7,500, 7,500, they're both the same number. But yeah, it's pretty efficient. Hunter's cabins bring in about, it's called a hunter's cabin? I'm sorry. It's just these small. Yeah, hunting cabins bring in about 700 to 800 food a year, depending on how many hunters you have. The more hunters you have, obviously, the more food you'll get. I've seen upwards of like 1,200 venison being brought in every year. Oh, we have firewood. Okay, this is creepy. My firewood has not changed. What do you do? Oh, you're still going up here. Apparently, like with the stone houses, they only use 15 firewood a year.
They don't need much. It's stone.
It's true, yeah. Sometimes I wish I had a stone house. I live in a wooden built apartment, and I feel like I'm freezing. I'm also by the door, like the patio door, and I think it's snowing outside. I can't tell. Like, we've been told for like the past 4 days, it's gonna snow. It's gonna snow bad, and we're all like, okay, cool.
Don't see any snow outside.
No, there's none. It's a big lie. The weatherman's trying to, you know, get a milk deficit everywhere. But, every time it snows here, up in the, I guess, Mile High State, like, we have Milk-mageddon and Bread-mageddon, where you go to get,
No,
like, a
everybody
gallon of
just
milk.
wants to get milk sandwiches.
Milk sandwich.
That's one of the other. It's more of a southern thing.
Oh, that sounds gross.
No, it's the term that's used like, oh, all the storms are coming in, all the snow's coming in. They go to the grocery store and buy nothing but milk and bread. Like it's just all gone.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't know what the hype is. I'm missing the point of the hype. But apparently there's a big hype about milk and bread, and I'm just like, okay, but even if we live in a state that's cold, you guys do realize that the snow's gonna melt like in a couple days, right?
Yeah, milk,
Even if
eggs,
it
and
doesn't
bread, I
melt.
guess, in Oklahoma, for what Jenny says.
Yeah, milk, bread, and eggs, definitely. But oh man, I don't get it. Like, you still have cars. So
Well,
why do you need
some
to hoard
people
milk?
don't know how to drive in the snow.
Well, it's not even that. Like, the roads will be cleared because those states are built with like the salt, like, what is it called, rock salt?
Oh no, no.
Rock
If
salt
it's like
bans?
in Alabama or something, then no, people just go crazy.
Yeah, but how often does it snow in
There's like,
Alabama?
it does snow, but the thing is, like, if it's even like an inch, people just lose their minds.
That sounds like Texas. No offense to Texans.
No,
Because
they'll
I
be
might
like,
become
"Oh
a
my
Texan.
God, it's the end times."
Well, I might become a Texan, so I'm not really sure. I know, and I'm just gonna receive all the flack from Jenny. Yes, I know. I was a Sooner. Yes, I know. Moving to Texas is like suicide. It's okay. I will be
Depends on
fine.
where in Texas.
It's true, yeah. Like, as long as I avoid the Cowboys, I think the Longhorns area. And even so, if I was a Sooner, so what? Like, oh no, I'm going to get my house egged, and then I could just go to the police and be like, look, I don't know what the heck, but apparently people don't want eggs or toilet paper. That's what they use their eggs, their spoiled eggs from, like, hoarding them during winter for. But yeah, like, anywhere it snows where they're not used to snow, just go to the store. You want to pick up, like, eggs, and because you just run it out. I don't really go to the store because I freak out about a storm. Oh no, I'm gonna have food tomorrow. That's why I shop in bulk. Or, you know, I shop and I get the stuff I need. But yeah, like, I don't get why people just hoard milk. But what is milk? What are milk sandwiches?
No, that's the term that's used for people just buying a bunch of milk and bread when something bad's about to happen, or just like, "Oh no, the weather's gonna turn."
So, here's a political question then. Say the government goes really, really sour, like more than it has recently.
Uh-huh.
Are we just gonna no longer have grocery stores because they're just gonna be raided?
At
Maybe they're just
that
gonna, like,
rate,
barricade
I'm
themselves in
pretty
Fallout.
sure it's no, I'm pretty sure it's agreed, at least Lockney and me, I think Harry, if he's still in, like, we're just gonna grab guns, grab everybody, and just go up to the mountains.
I wanna go to
Commandeer a few
mountains.
cabins.
I mean, be right back. My feet are cold, so I'm gonna go get a blankie.
Okay.
Work my minions! I have a nice big blankie. That's just my feet that are cold, so. I need like a king size blanket for my feet. I'm just kidding. I don't need that much. I don't know, like, if I had a choice, like, of barricading myself, I think I would just, oh, hello. Okay, fine, you play your magic then. I'm just kidding.
Well, yeah. I mean, why not? I'm just sitting here.
Oh, it's fine. I'm just making jokes at you.
They can watch me fail.
Yeah, okay, mister. I'm doing great. I don't know why I'm so good.
No, it's just like in the beginning stuff. It's more like, how am I winning? I should not be winning. How am I winning?
Luck? I mean,
I guess.
but yeah, like, if I had to choose any place for a Fallout shelter, I think I would choose Texas, because, I don't know, at least I wouldn't have to, like, constantly go get firewood.
It's okay. Well,
Probably
you really wouldn't have to deal with winter too much. It's just the summers.
I'm gonna increase one herbalist because usually with two herbalists I get a huge boost. If I have two, like the maximum for the health. Not a huge boost, but it's significantly better. Yeah, it'll be. Oh look, you guys are done with it. I'm so proud of you. That's why I've saved one labor or one builder is enough for that because I had that on pause for the longest time and I was going slow. Look, there are onions in there. You're just gonna stink it up with onions. Good job. I wish you could like get garlic at least. Like I feel that if we were able to get onions and garlic, we could make a good stew.
Hmm.
I don't have bay leaves, so you're out of luck.
Well, the bay leaf is there just to make it so it's not as meaty.
Really?
That's about what it does. It just brings back some of that meaty flavor.
Well, then why do we use bay leaves? That sounds terrible.
You just bring it back a little bit, not a whole lot.
So now I know what to do if I'm mad at my husband. Just dump a whole
A lot of bay leaves and just make it bland as all hells.
Okay, so honestly, this one's fine. Go make more tools. Get tool. Two vendors. Oh yeah, because he's moving a bunch of stuff. Go make more tools. Tool that's 500. Can I have coal?
Never.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to make coal.
You need more coal to blacken the skies.
So you guys know this is a mod. You cannot magically make tool. You cannot magically make coal with the blacksmith with the vanilla game. The coal is usually found in mines, but like I said, for efficiency's sake, I like having the ability to craft coal. Like in the mod, it says you can make charcoal with logs. That's a thing. Also, charcoal is actually the thing you use to pump someone's stomach with too. It's disgusting. But literally to make charcoal out of wood, you just burn the logs, and that's how you get it. So yeah, with the blacksmith buildings, normally you only get the option to do iron tools with log and iron steel tools with those, but I mean, coal is coal. It's very, very simple to make charcoal out of logs. You could even do it at your own house. You literally go light a pit of fire in your like, I guess your campsite or your fireplace, and then you just let the embers die down, and oh look, you have charcoal. That weird black sooty stuff. So it didn't make much sense. You need a whole mine for coal.
Mm-hmm.
This coal's still good, and you can still use it even with charcoal. You can still use it to power stuff, like as energy. And honestly, coal doesn't burn as hot, but it burns longer than wood. But technically, it's already the degradation of wood, so it's already ready to go with oxygen in it and stuff. I don't know what chemistry. I wouldn't even pretend to know. But it's better in some aspects. But yeah, so this is a mod. You can make coal and blacksmith with a mod. A few other ones I have, like more resources, because with every new map seed, you're not guaranteed anything. Nothing's guaranteed. Nothing is for sure. You're pretty much stuck with what you get. I probably should bring my fishing down here. I really like my fish.
Well, it depends on how much water is around in the map.
There's a decent amount. Like, it's not hard to see, but there's a nice double lake here. I also have the main river connecting, so technically whenever I'm ready I can just build like a trading post, and I can get seeds. And like, I love the mod for the farmer, like for the crop thing I have. It is for farmers. I usually build 8x8 crop fields with one person staffing them. With the mod I have installed, which feels more realistic, with educated persons in Banished. Because people start out with farming centuries ago, they should know how to do it anyway. Probably better than what we do nowadays, somewhat too. But like, they were more efficient, and since we had to rely on them so heavily, they were very important. So people probably went out their way to make sure that farms were doing fine. So I usually do 8x8 fields. Like I might build them right here. Just for, because I don't have to tear anything down, so I can just show you. 8x8s, I don't have any seeds. Usually there'd be like a question mark in white, and you click it, and you choose which seed you want. I don't have it, but I usually do 8x8s powered by one person. It's super nice. They get a lot done. Actually, might put a trading post in now, so I can get some seeds. That was a Kazi sighing at the fact that I have a lot of talking. I'm just kidding.
Nah, like I'm just getting screwed.
Welcome to being, you know, in America. I'm just
Welcome to being in the military.
welcome to living.
Yeah.
So we have one laborer. I'm gonna steal that person. Oh no! Oh no! That's snow! Early winter. Okay, so this is on time. It's not early. It's just here. Cool. Because with harsher weather conditions, I was told by Bade that harsher weather conditions makes like the winter come sooner, and with really harsh weather conditions, like the maximum, winter can show up anytime it wants to. Like not necessarily winter, but the temperature will drop tremendously, and
Just
people will
get
be like, I'm
cold as hell.
They're like, I'm cold, you know, you walk outside and you're like, oh, it's like 2 degrees. So like, I like the cold though, but not on my feet.
Not that cold.
My feet are always cold. I mean, I've been out in 2-degree weather, and so has Jenny, and it's okay. It's
no,
okay.
That's not okay. No.
Okay, so you don't go out without shoes.
Yeah, you kind of need shoes.
Yeah, you do. Sorry, I was just reading up on chat. Oh, people need to build. Oh, look, you removed something. I'm so proud of you. I know it's like 30 degrees. It's warm. What are you talking about, people? It's 30 degrees. That's like Norwegian summer. That's me. I'm sorry. I don't believe you. Take up your picnic baskets. You useless pieces of... I'm getting more stone. Gotta get more stone. I'm gonna cough, hold on. Wow, I almost died. So bad. I can't pick up any more stone and iron. You guys are tapping me out. You're tapping me out. It's fine.
That just sounds wrong.
It's fine. It'll be okay.
Uh-huh.
So I got plenty of food, so I'm gonna steal a gatherer. Just a gatherer. Oh, late winter. Wow, winter passed by really fast. That was like nothing, dude. That was nothing. I was like, why is it clear? What? But yeah, sometimes winters show up earlier on these are mild conditions, yeah. In Daniopolis. I don't want to be tired. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. I'm a mom. I should have like, you know, magical reserve of energy.
I don't think that's how it works.
I feel like it should. I feel like I should just have, you know, another, I guess, energy reserve. Like I could have a battery pack and just change it out. Be like, there we go. That's life. It's my life now. Okay, so I sent them to go get some more stone over here. Good job, everyone. Not really necessarily need all this stuff. It's okay. Just can't eat doing all like that.
You said it.
I did. I don't think before I speak. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I just have to start. I can't even say hammering. It's the bees. All the bees. Yeah.
The bees.
Well, I mean, I don't know how many bees it takes to power a furnace, so I'm sorry. I don't have the answer. Get more stone. Get more stone. But yeah, New Year's Day falls on the first of the first. It falls on a Tuesday. So if you want to come over,
I will keep that in mind.
well, you might have to anyway. This game.
Well, yeah.
Wait, so that's next Tuesday?
Next Tuesday, yes.
Oh, then I don't have anything planned for next Tuesday. I feel dumb. I'm sorry, honey. I mean, babe. I thought next Tuesday was the 8th. I feel terrible.
No. Next Tuesday is the new day. New Year's Day.
I feel bad because he was gonna have he's gonna talk to his boss. But I guess he'll do it Wednesday. Sorry. Why not Tuesday? Was it Tuesday? I don't know. I'll have to clear it with him. But I don't have anything till the 8th. I didn't think his boss would even come in on Tuesday. It's New Year's Day. Looks like my viewer count went down back to 3, so I think it's just you, Jenny, and Lux. That's okay though.
Maybe.
People ask questions, we help, hopefully.
And like I won out of nowhere, but they just gave up. I'm like, okay. It wasn't looking good for me. I don't know why you just gave up.
What do you mean?
No, the person that, well, I'm playing in Magic, and they just like, oh, I just concede. Like, but you were doing good.
I don't know, that's strange.
It's weird.
Who knows? Maybe emergency or something.
I assume, yeah.
They're just playing. It's like, oh my god, my dog's freaking up now. Gotta go.
Oh god, my child's awake. No!
Oh shit!
Find the bees! I should stop with bees. That's so fun though. It's so good. I'm terrible. Get one more stone, you... Flip it. Like a pancake.
Like a pancake.
I'm actually trying to stop my cursing. I married a sailor, of course, so that's a little hard. Aye. Oh my god, give more than 5 efforts. Thank you. For not being a butthead. It's 54 degrees out, it's like summer. But actually it's feeling better summer, because it's not really hot. It's nice. Yeah, we think about moving to cakes.
Good luck with that.
We'll see how we like it. I don't like it at all. Sorry. Oh. Reserve of tools is low because I said the number ridiculously high. I gotta build one more thing before I am ready to relax with this. Should be the school. Look, it's so cute. Hello. I got nothing else to say. I'm getting to the point where I'm probably gonna stop the stream. I'm getting sleepy. I do want to finish off this trading post. And maybe the schoolhouse. We're on winter 6, so we're fine. Which means that we got past year 5, which is kind of like the crunch.
Well, you should be out of all the other crud now.
Yeah. I mean, I've built houses, I've got food, I've got wood.
Yeah, you'll be
firewood.
okay.
Yeah, pretty okay. Like, that's the main concern is houses, food, and firewood. All medicine, too. But my health has gone up pretty significantly, so I'm going to steal one of these guys back. Build. You build it. Build it! Build it now!
Just build all the things.
There we go. We have a trading post. Cool beans. I just built a
Yay.
schoolhouse, and I'm good. Alright, and they're making babies. Good job. Let's see here. I've got houses, I've got all this storage. I don't need a well because I don't have disasters on. I don't need the hospital yet. I could build them a chapel or a cemetery is good to have, to be honest with you. They get all sad, they're like, my person just died. Well, you know, just leave him. They're like, no! I always end up building the cemeteries next to the frickin' fish area.
Could be worse. You could build the cemetery next to a schoolhouse.
I've done that. I've also built I remember Babe was telling me that he built a cemetery right next to the trading post. Or not, like next to the trading post, so when people first come in, they're just like noticing
What happened
bodies.
here?
Right? It's like, oh, welcome. Or it could be just like Oklahoma, where you land at the airport, and as soon as you drive out, there's just a cemetery. What are you carrying? You're not carrying anything. Oh, you're just mimicking. Okay, got it. But yeah, so as soon as you arrive in Oklahoma, like, you get out on the main road to go out of the area of the airport, and there's just a cemetery, and you're like, oh, I have a feeling that this town's not going to give me up easily. Just one of those things. But yeah, Lockney apparently had a cemetery built right next to the trading post. So people would enter and they'd be like, oh god. Or they would like row past and be like, oh god, this is awful. Okay, put your 80 efforts in, and then I'm probably gonna go to sleep. I'm tired, actually, which is not always a very common thing.
Always tired.
Well, I usually have a lot of insomnia. Which is kind of annoying. It's alright. Usually I'm like, I can't sleep. I'm not probably gonna just crash on my couch until, well, husbando Babe gets home. I'm actually surprised about up to 5 viewers today. That's with the time of day.
It happens.
Does it really?
It can happen. You never know.
I guess.
Boo-doo-boo. I heard it.
Oh, so what Jenny says is that the welcome sign is in front of the graveyard. So in Oklahoma, you have the cemetery and it says welcome, and then there's just like a welcome sign in front of there, and like her friend said, people are just dying to go to Oklahoma. Bad jokes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now we're gonna have smarter people. 14 laborers. This is not bad. I'm gonna go ahead and have another blacksmith. I probably should have another woodcutter too, because it went down from like 831 to 500. I'm guessing people had a giant use of firewood.
You guts.
Your guts. Your guts, your guts, your guts, your guts. But yeah. Oh. These cemeteries are sweet, so easy. Once you get past the first 5 years, and I can't, I have to try not to forget everything. Because I could play this game like not saying a word, it's so much easier. But talking while playing, I lose like my train of thought sometimes.
Like, what was I doing?
Even
Oh
if
yeah,
I'm
this
stating-
thing.
Even if I'm stating aloud exactly what I'm doing, I'm just like, I don't remember.
Mm-hmm.
Can't recall. But yeah, it almost feels like GMing. Well, it does. I feel super drained. I'm just like, I just
Just
played
gotta
a
explain
game.
this thing and this thing.
Well, it's not just that. It's like building a world. Also, wow, that is super morbid. So I have all these venison here, and there's just like, or all these deer here, and there's just like a dead venison just laying on the ground next to them, and they're like, sup?
Mm-hmm. Do what now?
Nothing. I'm just making a joke. Like, there's just a venison on the ground next to all the deer. You guys have my dinner.
This.
Delicious.
Nom nom.
Yeah. Well, I've actually never had venison.
It's okay.
Is it chewy? Like, gamey?
Depends on how it's cooked.
That's anything.
Yeah. Like, I don't remember venison being that bad.
No, probably not. It's probably pretty decent. But, I don't know, like, I've had lamb, I think. Yeah, I've had lamb and schnitzel. So good. I will kill all the lammies for my schnitzel. Delicious. Yes, I'm a carnivorous person. A carnivorous jerk.
Nom nom.
Pretty much. But, I think I've got all the basics here. I don't remember if I want to make anything else. But I could make a tavern, but I guess I kind of want to save the resources a little bit. We need a mine or a quarry. Just waiting for a trader to come and bring me some seeds. This is year 7. Year 7. Let's see. Trying really hard not to be sleepy. Whew.
Good luck.
Yeah, GMing, yeah. It feels a lot like GMing after a long day. When I'm just like, huh?
Do what now?
I'm a little brain dead. Yeah, I remember I GM with you guys for like the first time, and I'm like, oh my god. My brain is mush afterward. And Lox is like, that's normal. I'm like, this is terrible. How do you cope? He's like, I don't know, I just do.
Just do.
Pretty much. I'm just sitting there like, oh, I feel like I'm running a marathon with my brain. But yeah, I will probably see if I can actually do something similar for a new game, because a lot of the games I've been doing for you guys for D&D has been kind of like me toying around with ideas.
Mm-hmm.
So I apologize that if you guys put investment in your characters, but you can reuse them. I don't mind. Honestly, I don't mind if you want to reuse your characters. Like if Yami Jenny wants to reuse her Tabaxi, but I was thinking about making like a Banished style version of D&D, where you're just an exile, and you try to build up from nothing. But I also have an idea of what could be the the adversary in that one. Just have like, you know, I guess not really feudal lords, but people who take advantage of other people. Stuff, of course. So normal lords. I'm just kidding. That seems weird. But yeah. Just build up from nothing. See how you guys do for a little survival for a bit, and then see where it goes from there. This is so pretty. Why can't I live near a place that's pretty? Because I live in the rural area. Not rural, urban. If I lived in rural area. I don't want to be tired. This makes no sense. Oh.
No tired. No.
That's because I was dealing with my son today. He was a little bit of a wiggle butt. I was trying to fold clothes. And there's a very rare time when I'd fold clothes because they were getting in the way. I was actually doing chores, and he's like, I want your every second of attention. And I'm just like, why? Why do you hate me so? Oof. I'm so sorry. Keep going, guys. So sorry, everyone.
Well, maybe you should go to bed.
I don't want to.
I don't wanna. I'm like hearing like, I don't wanna go to bed.
You're not my dad. Shut up. I won't go to bed. I'll do what I want
Mm-hmm.
to. I will stay up, eat ice cream, and watch movies until I pass out on the couch and get a tummy ache the next morning.
Yeah, and then you have to deal with Danny.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe it's not the best idea. Oh no, I love my son. I love the crap out of him.
Well, yeah.
But sometimes, especially recently, because of my hormones with this pregnancy, it's just hard to have enough love.
Mm-hmm. It's just like, ah.
Speaking of pregnancy, the baby's kicking. Oh, how fun.
Yeah.
How fun
No,
is
that's
that?
why, I think last time, like, even with Dorothy, she's like, no, I wanted to wait a little bit until, you know, my first kid can actually kind of take care of herself.
Yeah, I don't blame her for that at all. Alright, so actually we're doing pretty good. I mean, there's not many bills. I absolutely need a bills. I mean, I could put up a house later. I'm so sorry. Excuse me.
You have nothing to be sorry about.
I do.
Oh, you don't.
It wasn't even my choice. The baby just kicked me. It was like, oh, well, I guess I'm burping now. I'm sorry. Thanks. I didn't want to do it that loud. Baby's like, do it, mother. Make a loud one. Wait, why is it? I don't even want to know what you guys are doing. Why is it? Okay, whatever. I don't care. Halving is weird.
Now I'm kind of screwed. Yay. I love playing Magic and not having enough lands. Really? Just kind of do whatever. God fucking damn it.
Man, I know that feeling. I'm not good at Magic at all myself.
No,
I
I'd be
set up
good.
this.
I just need a forest.
Aw, I'm so sorry. She got the
Just
multiply
one.
deck.
Well, it's the Merfolk deck that I have. Oh, God
Yeah, that's your
damn it.
problem. You keep spamming Merfolk. You're just gonna overuse it.
No, it's more of like it's like, oh, it's like a 2-drop. Okay, that's nothing. I still need the other frickin' mana.
That sucks.
Like all I have is like island, island, island. I need a green. Like I need something. It's still early, so it's fine. I just need something.
I can see that.
Hell, even another island, then I'll just play something. But no, just stuck.
I get
That'll
ya.
screw it.
Alright, friends, I'm probably gonna call it here. Because, you know, as much as I love all of you, I am a very, very tired woman right now. It may be because I have a son. It may be because, well, you know, anything. I'm gonna save this right here. You'll probably see my other fun saves. But thank you for tuning in, being my friend for like however long you were. Thank you for the follows. I'm pretty sure.
Well, I'm streaming, so you could always just keep talking.
I could, yeah. I'm just gonna.
That's
host
up to
out my
you.
Stream. Is there a way I can host your stream on my channel?
There's a command for it, and I can't remember what it is.
Okay.
I can't remember off the top of my head. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine. Don't worry about it. It's all good. But thank you everyone for tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed yourselves. I'm always willing to, you know, give information about this. It's a good idea. So, I guess I'm gonna call it a night. And if I don't stream again before the new year, Happy New Year! I'm gonna go pop over to Kazi's channel, continue chatting there, just until I probably pass out on my game chair. Alright, have a good night. Goodbye. Anime stream. Oh, that's right.